for joining. Thank you for joining. Thank you for joining wherever you're joining. I appreciate everybody have connected. If you're joining from Biafra land, I say may Chukwu Okuka Biama guide and protect you. If you are joining from Asia, you're joining from Europe, you're joining from America, Australia, Canada, New Zealand, any place you're joining from, I say may Chukwu Okuka Biama continue to guide and protect you and secure you. We must have to continue to do what we are supposed to do. I always tell you that my main reason of coming online on a daily basis to speak, it is not to demonize anybody. I'm not coming here to attack anybody. I'm not coming here to preach hate speech. Neither am I coming here to talk about people. I come here to discuss about freedom, mainly the freedom of Biafran people. As you can see me, I am Igbo Biafran. And when I'm talking about Biafra, I am talking about the old southeastern region. That is the present south-south and the southeast with the lower Benue. If you are in any location where your mother, your grandmother is tying two pieces of wrapper, you are part of what we are talking about. You are part of Biafra. And I'm here to speak about our freedom. In extension, the freedom of every indigenous person in the contraption called Nigeria, because that is the assignment that Mazen Nnamdi Kanu has given to us. Chukwu Okuka Biama placed that assignment in the hand of Mazen Nnamdi Kanu. Mazen Nnamdi Kanu took up the assignment, lay a foundation for you and I, for us to build on that foundation. The foundation of truth and consistency. The foundation to pursue our freedom and to get it. That is why I'm here. And if you look at my topic that I placed there, you cannot hate Biafra and love Mazen Nnamdi Kanu. It is absolutely the truth. Anybody that hates Biafra and tells you that he or she loves Mazen Nnamdi Kanu is a liar and a deceiver. Don't listen to such people. Anybody that comes out in his or her platform and tell you that he or she hates Biafra with all God, talk evil about Biafra, talk ill about Biafran people, and the person will turn around and tell you that he or she love Mazen Nnamdi Kanu, that person is a deceiver. Don't listen to them. Walk away from them. And if you see anybody who is still preaching the one Nigeria at this point in time, anybody you come across preaching one Nigeria at this point in time, beware of those people. They don't mean well for you. These are the people who want your life, who can trade your life for money. These are people who can trade their life for their own selfish interests. Most of them defending one Nigeria is not because Nigeria is performing well. It is not because Nigeria is doing well with them, but because they have been paid, because of their selfish interests and what they are gaining. That is why they are defending it. But for those of us who are standing for the truth, with the truth, and in the truth, we will continue to speak up for that which is right and call for the disintegration of this contraption that want to kill everybody. We are not asking for the breakup of Nigeria out of hatred. It is not because of hatred. In fact, it is because of love. If you see anybody that is asking for the end of Nigeria, the breakup of Nigeria, the disintegration of Nigeria, continue to pray for those people. Wish them well. They are the people who mean well for you. The people that mean well for every indigenous person in that country called Nigeria are the people asking for breakup. It is not out of hate. It is not out of wickedness. It is not out of hate. It is out of love to save life. Because the kind of diversity we have in Nigeria is a diversity that can never ever be managed. It doesn't matter how you try to manage it. The only thing it will do is to continue to take the life of innocent people on a daily basis. The more you try to manage it, the more you take the life of people. The more you try to manage it, the more people die. The diversity in Nigeria is the kind of diversity that can never ever be managed. The core north of Nigeria are not the same with the southern part of Nigeria. They are not even the same with the middle belt. And these things can never mix. It doesn't matter how you try to force them to mix. They can never mix together. Oil and water can never mix. It doesn't matter how you turn it. After turning it, each of them will stay their separate ways. That is the kind of diversity we have in Nigeria. And that is why we are advocating for the end of that contraption. For the international communities that are supporting that very contraption. For those who have kept quiet and refused to say anything, It is because of their selfish interest. They are protecting their own interest. But for those of us who have fallen victim in the contraption called Nigeria, for those of us who are in occupation by that contraption called Nigeria, we will not keep silent. We will continue to call for the disintegration of that contraption to save life. Our life does not matter to others. It doesn't matter to the international communities. Our life doesn't matter to other people. But for those of us who are indigenous in that contraption called Nigeria, the Ududua people, the Biafran people, the Middle Belters, even the Hausas that are indigenous, every indigenous tribe, our life matters. And it is only you and I that will prove that our own life matters. The earlier we begin to prove that, the better. The earlier we begin to prove that, the better. The kind of diversity we have in the contraption called Nigeria is a diversity that can never ever be managed. And every day you sleep and wake up in that contraption called Nigeria, you go to their conventional media, you go to their social media, you will continue to see that diversity play out. A diversity that have made it possible for an illiterate in the north to begin to rule over the educated person in the south. A diversity that have made it that no matter your cutoff mark in the southern part of Nigeria, you might end up not getting admission in the university. But somebody who didn't even attend the exam in the north will be allocated chance in the university because of their quota system. What do you think that is the quota system is all about? Quota system is all about the diversity. The destructive diversity that we have in Nigeria, that the north cannot compete with the southern part of Nigeria. They cannot compete. And they are not ready to wake up and brace themselves and compete. Engage in a healthy competition. They cannot engage in any healthy competition. That was why they introduced the quota system. So that the South will continue to be backward because of them. We will continue to stay back and wait for them to climb up. When you know that they are not ready to move or climb. How long shall we continue this diversity to continue to press us down? A diversity that has made it possible that Nigeria will never progress. Nigeria will never succeed. Nigeria will never be secured. There is no way you can say it, and Nigeria can never ever be secured as long as it remains the way it is. That is why we are calling for the breakup of the contraption. Out of love, so that people can have a legitimate right, have a nation that they can defend and protect. Everybody can have the right to participate and practice whatever they want to practice in their area. If you want to practice an Islamic nation, you practice it your caliphate. Establish your caliphate, practice your religion, practice whatever system of government you want to practice in your area as you agreed. If you can tell yourself the truth already, you can see that the core north is very comfortable with the Sharia. The core north is very, very comfortable with the Sharia. They are comfortable with it. They are not complaining. They are not. When we say it, people think it's out of propaganda. It is not a propaganda. You can see it play out in the death of Deborah. Check what they are writing. Check what people from the core north are writing. Every single one of them, including their politicians, their elders, their imam, they are supporting it. They are okay with it. Even those who are speaking are not even bold enough to bring out the fact. They still end up blaming the innocent girl, Deborah. That is the destructive diversity that we want to avoid. It's not going to save anybody. It's not going to save anybody. And that's what we're talking about. Another dangerous diversity we are talking about is the kind of one we are seeing now. A diversity that is bringing hatred among brothers, making brothers to hate brothers, brothers to fight against brothers, sisters to fight against sisters. A diversity that creates enmity and divide families. We don't want to be part of that diversity. It is that same diversity that you see that the caliphate have planted in the mindset of some Biafrans. Today, even some Biafrans today are thinking like the caliphate. The diversity have affected the mindset of Biafrans that you see some Biafrans today, they are behaving like animals. They blame the victim. They blame the victim instead of blaming the oppressor. Some of them are busy fighting their brothers and sisters instead of fighting the enemy. That is what the diversity have done. The caliphate have punctured some brain in the southern part of Nigeria, and today they are reasoning like animals. That is why you will see somebody who claimed to be a Biafran, Somebody who claims to love Mazen Nnamdi Kanu will come out and tell you that he or she hates Biafra to the core. Somebody who will come and claim to love Mazen Nnamdi Kanu will boldly say that she hates Biafra. That is why you go to a platform of somebody who claims to be fighting for freedom of his own people. You are fighting for freedom of Biafran people. Biafran people that you know that are one people, one united people. It doesn't matter your tribe, it doesn't matter your religion, it doesn't matter your location. We are one family. But you see somebody in his or her platform preaching a message against a tribe. Preaching a message against a tribe. That is the destruction that the caliphate have brought into the Biafra land. And that is what the diversity, that is the problem the diversity in that very country of Nigeria have caused. That is why you see some people today who are supposed to be fighting for the freedom of their people. They are busy demonizing their own brother. Every time you see them, what they are telling you is that they're going to expose their own brother. You want to expose your brother. You want to expose your sister. You want to expose your fellow agitator. You want to expose your fellow, somebody who is fighting the same freedom you are looking for. You are talking of exposing him. Not because the person stole money. Not because the person did anything against the struggle. Not because the person acted in any manner that is not lawful. But because of your personal hatred on that person. You decide to fight against your own brother. Because of your personal hatred. Please, if you want to join the broadcast, you have to keep your phone this way. If you want to join the broadcast, keep your phone like this. Don't keep your phone straight. If you keep your phone straight, you cannot join the broadcast. If you want to join the broadcast and make contribution, you have to keep your phone in a parallel form. If you keep your phone in a parallel form, you can join the broadcast. But when you keep your phone straight, you cannot join. Thank you. So as I was saying, if you want to fight for freedom, you fight for freedom. Some people who are claiming to love Mazen Nnamdi Kanu today, it has become much more clearer that they hate Mazen Nnamdi Kanu with God, with all their guts. Because today you see them turning against everything that Mazen Nnamdi Kanu have put in place. Those people who are claiming to love Mazen Nnamdi Kanu today, go to their platform. They are destroying everything that Mazen Nnamdi Kanu have built. Mazen Nnamdi Kanu have built unity among Biafrans. Mazen Nnamdi Kanu have established love, unity among Biafrans. But today, you go to certain platform, people who claim to be fighting with Mazen Nnamdi Kanu, who claim to love Mazen Nnamdi Kanu, they are preaching hatred in their platform. Yeah, horizontal. You keep it horizontal. If you want to join, you keep it horizontal, not parallel. Keep it horizontal so that you can be able to join. Thank you so much, Victor on the BC. Thank you. So, as I was saying, people who claim to love Mazen Nnamdi Kanu, they will be preaching against everything that Mazen Nnamdi Kanu stands for. That is what they are doing today. Mazen Nnamdi Kanu preach love. Today, you see people who claim to love Mazen Nnamdi Kanu, go to their platform, they are preaching hatred. Ethnic hatred, that is what they are preaching. Each time they come to their platform, they are preaching against a tribe. Calling a tribe different kinds of name. If an individual offends you, why don't you call the name of that individual and talk about what the individual has done? Give us a proof. Don't just accuse an individual. Give us a proof. Give us a proof. You don't just begin to accuse a human being for doing nothing. You begin to blackmail somebody without an evidence. Just out of your own imagination, out of your own hatred, you begin to demonize a whole tribe. And you claim to love Mazen Nnamdi Kanu. Go to same platform. That is what some platforms are doing. Platforms that are supposed to be standing for Biafra and speaking up for Biafra. Today, it is becoming much clearer than ever. That is why I tell people, Biafra is drawing much more closer. And the wheat are being separated from the chaff on a daily basis. The separation is happening every day. The separation is happening every day. The separation is happening every day. That is why you see some people today have removed themselves completely from the struggle that Mazen Nnamdi Kanu gave us. Mazen Nnamdi Kanu laid a foundation. More than a decade, Mazen Nnamdi Kanu has been pursuing Biafra. And Mazen Nnamdi Kanu said it's either Biafra or death and nothing else. And all of a sudden, people are coming with other kind of news, up to the extent of launching whatever they call it. And the most deceitful thing they are doing, they will go and play a record of Mazen Nnamdi Kanu and tell you that Mazen Nnamdi Kanu said. That Mazen Nandekano spoke about what they are talking about. Mazen Nandekano spoke about Igodomigodo. Mazen Nandekano spoke about Idu. What did Mazen Nandekano say? Mazen Nandekano gave an assignment to every Biafran. It was an assignment that Mazen Nandekano gave. Mazen Nandekano gave you and I an assignment. Go and find out what is Igodomigodo and what is in Idu. That there is something that is connected Biafra to Igodomigodo and Idu. There is something that has to do with Biafra that is connected in that area. Go and find out what it is. That everybody should go and do that assignment. It's an assignment. Mazen Nandekano didn't say that at the end of the day, he's going to change the name Biafra. Mazen Nandekano didn't say that the thing that is in that very Igodomigodo or whatever is going to be the next name of Biafra. Mazen Nandekano didn't say, go and create division and create your own name. That wasn't the message of Mazen Nandekano. What Mazen gave was an assignment. Go and find out the relationship or what the Biafra has to do with Igodomigodo. What Biafra has to do with Idu. That is the assignment that Mazen Nandekano gave. But today, go to their platform. They are translating that assignment to impose it on people. If somebody gives you assignment, if a lecturer gives you assignment, what you have to do is to, after solving the assignment, you bring that assignment to your teacher to give you mark, whether you pass or not. But today, these people cannot even be patient to wait for Mazen Nandekano to come out and give the result of the assignment they claim they have done. They can't even be patient to wait for Mazen Nandekano to give a mark to that assignment they claim to have done. And they are busy peddling lies, pushing all manner of propaganda, demonizing everything that Mazen Nandekano stands for. They are fighting against the ESN. They are fighting against everything that Mazen Nandekano stands for. They are creating division, ethnic division. Go to their platform. They are preaching ethnic hatred. They are preaching ethnic hatred. They will make a broadcast 10 times in a day. Each time they come out, they are talking against a tribe. Even if an individual offends you, why don't you talk about that individual? Why don't you remain patient until Mazen Nandekano come out to tell you? You now tell him he's the one that gave the assignment. Wait for him to come out and see how you have solved the assignment. Then, when he has said it, he will tell you if you have performed well or not. If you have performed well or not, you can't be patient to wait for Mazen Nandekano to come and tell you whether if you did well or not. You can't be patient because it's either you have an ulterior motive that he will not come out, or you are fighting that he won't come out. That is why you went ahead to begin to push an agenda that is against the agenda that Mazen Nandekano stands for. Mazen Nandekano said it's either Biafra or death. When he was saying it, he didn't say it in parable. He said it in several of his videos. And every video that Mazen Nandekano have been making is Biafra. Mazen Nandekano is in detention today because of Biafra. Every agitation and everywhere that Mazen Nandekano is registered as Biafra. But today, you see people peddling false information, pushing all manner of criminal information everywhere. It is so sad. It is so sad, but that is the situation. But every Biafran, wherever you are, you must have to stand firm. You cannot hate Biafra and love Mazen Nandekano. That is the obvious truth. When you go to a platform and they are preaching hatred against Mazen Nandekano, walk away. Walk away. Walk away. And for I see somebody who is writing that Mazen Simon Ekpa said that he is Nelly and Nelly is Mazen Simon Ekpa. Let me tell you, do not quote somebody out of context. Whenever you're quoting somebody, don't quote. Forget about your hatred. Forget about the hatred you have against Mazen Simon Ekpa or whatever. Mazen Simon Ekpa made it clear several times. You only pick up the ones you feel that will suit you, and you begin to type it and say. You begin to pick the ones that suit you and type, and you say. Let me tell you, Mazen Simon Ekpa in his broadcast, when this whole issue started, he said in his broadcast that he is going to preach Biafra until Mazen Nandekano comes out. That he would never preach any other message. And I have never seen Mazen Simon Ekpa preaching any other thing apart from Biafra. Mazen Simon Ekpa also said that everybody who wants to preach any name you want to preach, go ahead. As long as you are not standing against Mazen Nandekano and you're not talking against Mazen Nandekano and you feel that what you are saying is what is going to bring Biafra, go ahead. Because when you talk about bringing Mazen Nandekano, you're actually talking about bringing Biafra. And Mazen Nandekano also, Mazen Simon Ekpa said openly on his broadcast, he said that his platform is big enough to suppress every Idu that Nelly is preaching. He said it. If you're not a follower of Mazi Simon Ekpa, there are so many things he has said that you will not hear. You will only choose the ones. You choose only the one that suits you. Only the ones you want to use to make an argument. Only the one you want to use to blackmail him. Those are the ones you choose. But Simon Ekpa has been standing on his ground in order not to create division. How many sections are you going to create before Biafra comes? Already you know there are so many divisions. We are talking about the autopilot. And another group is trying to spring up. So many. How many groups are you trying to create? Mazi Simon Ekpa have been trying to manage everybody to be able to stand on one platform. Let us begin to pursue Mazi Nnamdi Kanu until Mazi Nnamdi Kanu comes out, then we can be able to focus. But today, everything has blown out open. When these people, when this evil agenda have been cooking under, they try to manipulate Mazi Simon Ekpa to preach Idu. They try to preach Idu, manipulate Mazi Simon Ekpa to preach Idu. Mazi Simon Ekpa one day has never ever one day used his platform to preach Idu. He has never used his platform one day to preach any other name except Biafra. And he said it and time again that he will never preach anything except Biafra until Mazi Nnamdi Kanu comes out. That the only man that has the right to preach any message apart from Biafra is Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. He said it. Every one of us had it. He said it clear to every one of us. We had it. But today, what are we seeing? Today we have seen the people, the chaff is being separated from the wheat today. People who have been hiding under some canopy to do some evil work are now open. They are now bold. You can see people today coming out to launch their so-called nation. Launch a different nation while Mazi Nnamdi Kanu is still in captivity. Somebody is coming to launch it. What impression are you trying to create? When the Mazi Nnamdi Kanu you claim to love, Mazi Nnamdi Kanu you claim to love so much, he is facing trial because of Biafra. Every of his charges that is being read is because of Biafra. Mazi Nnamdi Kanu have taken Biafra to the whole world. He didn't take any other name apart from Biafra. He didn't take any other society apart from Biafra. Mazi Nnamdi Kanu been fighting for everybody in the old southeastern region. Mazi Nnamdi Kanu have been preaching love. He never preached hate for any tribe. Mazi Nnamdi Kanu have said that every single Biafran land, every single Biafran, that we are all equal people. There is no minority. Mazi Nnamdi Kanu said that there is no minority in Biafra land. No single minority. It doesn't matter if you people are 3, 4, 5. There is no minority in Biafra land. That is the message of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. He said it again and again and repeated. And Mazi Nnamdi Kanu told us that there are many nations in Biafra. This is the Biafra we are talking about. There are so many nations in Biafra that we have to fight as one to get Biafra. When Biafra comes, every nation can stand on their own. It doesn't matter if you're 2, if you're 3, if you're 4. You can stand on your own and answer any name you want to answer. This is the message of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. Mazi Nnamdi Kanu have never ever told us to change our name. He never told us that he's going to change the name of the struggle. The name of the struggle from day one has always been Biafra. And we stand on that ground. But today, some people allow their hatred. Because of the hatred you have for a particular person, you begin to push your lies. You are so blinded that you cannot see. You are so blinded that you cannot see. You see people, they begin to blow. Today, that same person whom Mazi Simon Ekpa have taken bullet for, that person whom Mazi Simon Ekpa have believed, Mazi Simon Ekpa is a person who is so patient. That is why I love him. He is so patient that he will allow you to expose yourself by yourself. When people were telling Mazi Simon Ekpa to go and attack, Mazi Simon Ekpa attack. Why are you not attacking her? Why are you not calling her name? Why are you not attacking her? Why are you not doing that? Mazi Simon Ekpa kept his cool, knowing fully well that today we come. Mazi Simon Ekpa knew that today that we are in, we come. And finally, today, that evil have exposed herself. It is no longer hidden. She can't hide it anymore. From day one, when she started attacking the wife of Asula Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, when she wrote that memo and her partner posted it about the wife of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, Mazi Simon Ekpa came on his platform and said that the wife of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu is a no-go area. Nobody should speak against her. He said it. Still, people were not satisfied. They wanted to go for a fight. But he kept his cool because there was no need for a fight. This day is going to come, and the day has come. This day has come. The same people concocted and and begin to talk about the lawyers of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. Mazi Simon Ekpa came and told them and set the record straight and told them, stop attacking the lawyers. It is of no use. Let us focus on our real enemy. The lawyers are in the caliphate. They are in that contract called Nigeria, and you must not expect them to do everything. The message was clear. Still, they were not satisfied. They went all out. When they saw that they cannot be able to manipulate Simon Ekpa, they came out now openly to announce their nation, their own nation. They have now come out to announce their own nation. And for those who have been doubting, today, there is no more doubt that Master Simon Ekpa knows what he's doing. He knows where he stands, and he cannot be pushed around or manipulated. Today, you see them talking about his position, doing this, doing that. But in all their claim, there is no evidence anywhere that Master Simon Ekpa have committed any crime or have stolen anything from them. It's all a sheer blackmail. But are they going to succeed? They will never succeed, because the person that God have lifted up, nobody can bring down. My fellow Biafrans, any place you are in Biafra land, please continue to participate in the civil disobedience. That is the only way. That is the only weapon we have now that we see that is active. The civil disobedience is working. Sit at home on Sunday, on Monday. Don't play with it. If you can add other days, add it. The sit at home is working miracle. Is working miracle. Is a very great weapon. There are so many other weapons that we have not activated, but this very one that we have activated, follow it and follow it with all your strength. Don't be deceived. Don't be deceived. We must continue until Biafra comes. Anybody that is giving you any message, any platform that hates Biafra, run away from that platform. You can't hate Biafra and love Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. It doesn't matter you play the message of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. It doesn't matter you play the picture of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. It doesn't matter you write the name of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, and yet you hate Biafra. It means you are not standing with Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. You can't hate Biafra and love Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. It is impossible. If you go to a platform and they are busy preaching ethnic hatred against a certain group of Biafrans, preaching ethnic hatred, go away from them. Biafra is not meant for blackmail. Biafra is meant for fight. We are fighting for the freedom of the indigenous people of Biafra. In extension, the freedom of every indigenous tribe in that country of Nigeria is will affect them. You must have to stand firm. I told you that this broadcast is to gear you up, to charge you up, to tell you to remain focused. Don't be deceived. Stay away from people who claim to love Mazi Nnamdi Kanu and they hate Biafra. Stay away from people who claim to love Mazi Nnamdi Kanu and hate Biafra. They will not give you anything good. May Chukwu Okike be my guide and protect every Biafran wherever you are in the planet Earth. May Chukwu Okike be my guide and protect every one of us. May Chukwu Okike be my guide and protect Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, secure him and bring him back to us very soon. I appreciate everybody who have joined. I say happy weekend to every Biafran wherever you are. I'm going to join you again tomorrow. Tomorrow, I'm going to come in to spend more time. Today, I have a very little time to spend because I have some other things to do. I have to join other programs. By tomorrow, I will come back again. Or you can join me later in Chuk Survival. I'm going to broadcast again on Chuk Survival. Maybe after, in the next 1 hour or 2 hours, I'm going to be in Chuk's Survival. You can join me in Chuk's for Survival page. I'm going to broadcast there also so that we can dialogue. There are so many things we have to do. Pay attention to what is happening. Biafra is closer today than it was tomorrow. Biafra is closer today than it was yesterday. Biafra is closer today than it was yesterday. Be open. Be aware. Don't be discouraged. Continue to fight. Biafra is here. Thank you so much for watching and remain blessed. See you again tomorrow by the special grace of Chukwu Okike. Bye-bye.
Are yet to wake up from your slumber or your sleep and get the point that we are exiting Nigeria. Exiting Nigeria is not going to come from the platter of golden plate. You have to sacrifice for it. And we are ready to sacrifice everything, including you. If you come and stand on the way of freedom. So you need to know how serious we are. We are damn serious. Some of you are not getting it. You think we are here to build political movement? We are here for freedom. Freedom comes with price. Okay? The only thing you can do is to comment on social media. Don't ever stand on the way of Biafra freedom. We crush you.
Their interest is suppressed. Biafra is the key. Once they can hold Biafra down, they can hold the whole of Africa down. Hey, freedom fighting, sorry. Because all these people are criminals, they are saying there is no way this man cannot be a criminal like themselves. They don't have a different breed altogether. They don't know that. I am Nnamdi Kanu. I don't do all this nonsense you do. My father was a very rich man, not ostentatious. I had the finest education that his money could afford. We are not poor. Have never been. That is why a poor man cannot be a freedom fighter. If you're not full of yourself, you cannot be a freedom fighter. You cannot go everywhere. We must continue.